Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Dr. Sam and I'm here with another Functional Friday. Today I want to go over a movement called a hip hinge, something that you can start using in your daily life and will protect your low back a little bit better. So a lot of us are about to be out in the yard and outside more, getting active, whether we're pulling weeds, raking leaves that we didn't rake in the fall, guilty. Mulching, that's a fan favorite around my house around Memorial Day. Weed whipping, all sorts of things that have us needing to be bent over or working lower on the ground. A lot of us want to do those movements in a bent over, rounded, ragdoll position. That is not safe for your low back. It's not intentional. It puts a lot of strain and pressure in the low back, the discs, the bones, the musculature. So I want to transition you into using more intentional movements when you're doing things. And we're going to start with what's called a hip hinge. A hip hinge motion is going to engage your core and it's going to engage your posterior chain. Now, some of you may have heard that buzzword. The posterior chain is a combination of muscles along your back. So starting back of the skull, all the way down through the back, through the buttock, down the hamstrings, into the calves. You have fascia, you have muscles that are all interconnected, and getting that posterior chain working together is important for sustainable movements. So a hip hinge is going to activate that as opposed to putting so much strain with a ragdoll bend in the low back. So for a hip hinge, you're going to stand feet about shoulder width apart, and instead of bending at the waist like so, you're going to take your butt, send it back towards the wall behind you, almost like you're trying to reach a chair behind you to sit. This is a hip hinge position. From here, keep your core engaged, nice and strong, almost squeeze like someone's gonna punch you in the stomach. And from this safe hip hinge position, you can squat down into the garden, you can move things, pick things up, bend, but that's going to be a safer position to move from than by gardening this way or doing anything from this position. So a nice hip hinge, send the hips back, hinge this way. You can move a lot of different ways from here. You can practice that whether you're outside or inside. I will be honest, I use a hip hinge daily when I brush my teeth, when I peel potatoes, when I fold socks and laundry. I'm constantly in that hip hinge position. It allows me to be safe and practice good spine hygiene. So that's just something you can do on your own. You can do repetitions. You can hold that for an extended period of time. Your low back muscles will probably fatigue, but it's a good way to start getting that posterior chain active, and it'll be safer for you in the long run. If by chance you are out and about in the garden, outside doing something, and you tweak something because you may do this ragdoll bend until you're a little more used to something else, I'm happy to help. So don't hesitate to give me a call, send me an email. Happy to help in any way I can to get you out of pain and back doing what you love, and also help you fix the movement pattern that caused you pain in the first place. We want to get to the root of why you're in pain. So I'm happy to fix that as well. If you have questions, comments, please feel free to leave them below. I hope everyone has a wonderful and safe weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Don't forget to hip hinge. See you later.